Hi there, welcome back to the vlog. Last week, Apple's Tim Cook sent out a letter to investors. So the media jumped all over it. They raised a couple of points, and two of them, they circled around China. So the first one says that whilst we anticipated some challenges in key emerging markets, we did not foresee the magnitude of the economic deceleration, particularly in Greater China. In fact, most of our revenue shortfall to our guidance and over 100% of our year-over-year worldwide revenue decline occurred in Greater China across iPhone, Mac and iPad. The other item that they also picked out was with the iPhone. So basically they said they had lower than anticipated iPhone revenue primarily in Greater China, and this is really what I want to pick up on for a second. So Apple's entire business revolves around the ecosystem that they try to foster between their hardware and software. So you've got things like iMessage and Apple Mail and Apple Pay, and everything is orchestrated through iCloud services, which then comes with extra premium items such as iTunes, Apple Music and so forth. So they take money from hardware and they also take money from services. Now in China, a lot of people, when I say a lot, like nearly everybody, uses WeChat to do everything. WeChat is owned by Tencent, and if you don't know about them, they are huge, like massive. Their services run on both Android and iOS, and this is an important point to remember. Western companies, and especially journalists, they seem to forget this. In China, you are not tied to the platform such as iOS or Android. If you can just install WeChat on a different platform and continue with no loss of service or data. There are over 1 billion users on WeChat. So, now consider it from this standpoint. If you're Chinese and you've got equally great phones coming out from many different manufacturers, including Apple, why change? What would draw you to Apple other than the fact that it's made by Apple? Now this may account for a story that got kind of buried this week that came out around the same time as this letter. Tim Cook also told employees that he won't blame external factors for selling fewer iPhones than anticipated during the holiday quarter. So on the one hand, he's saying that the money is down because of external factors including China, but on the other hand, he's saying that, okay, we're not going to put the blame there. So he invited all of his employees to what they called an all-hands meeting on Thursday last week. The memo that was sent out said, specifically, external forces may push us around a bit, but we are not going to use them as an excuse, nor will we just wait around until they get better. This moment gives us an opportunity to learn and to take action, to focus on our strengths and on Apple's mission, delivering the best products on earth for our customers, yada yada yada, right? You get it. Now, these are very, very strange words to say, because if you're telling the people on the one hand that you've got a great product and everything's wonderful, but there is lower demand in China than you expected, and that there's an economic slowdown and so forth, and you're using those words to basically say this is why we're not selling as much in the way of iPhones and services. But on the other hand, you're saying that you're going to learn and take action against this. Well, that means that there is something else that you even know is going wrong, but you didn't mention it in the first letter, or something of that nature. It's a very strange set of words to use, and I think what it does point to is that they've suddenly realized internally that the problem is they're not up against people like Samsung and Huawei and whoever in China. The problem is the services side, such as WeChat, because what is the point of going to an iPhone if you're in China? All of your services run equally well on all platforms, and if you can get most of the functionality for half the price, why would you pay the premium price for an Apple product? Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it today. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.